Welcome back, Mavericks. I'm Turner Edwards.
And I'm George Donnelly. Welcome back to MavTV.
We have a packed show for you this week.
We're happy to report that SJS had another great showing at the Winter SPC.
And our MavTV sports team is here to tell us all about the wins. But first, let's go to Anna Kate, who has been looking into the recent SJS network ban of the wildly popular app TikTok.
Hi, my name is Anna Kate Black, and I'm here reporting with MavTV about the recent TikTok ban at St. John's. Students across the country have loved TikTok, going on it for hours every single day. And yet now, with security concerns across the nation, TikTok has been banned from multiple institutions, including St. John's. Today, we will be looking into that TikTok ban to see how it works and how students are affected by this. First, we will be meeting with Mr. Selensky, Head of Networking and Security at St. John's.
We're just blocking TikTok from our internal network on the Wi-Fi. You can still get to it if you're using your cellular data, but it's just disabled here on our network.
And was there something specifically that prompted the ban?
Just following suit with the other major universities here in Texas, and we're doing it because of security concerns on our network. There's been reports of them collecting IP information and other information, so we're just blocking it, and also blocking it for bandwidth issues, just to see how it affects the bandwidth here at St. John's.
We set out to get some baseline data on St. John's. Does everyone actually use TikTok, and how many hours a week?
No and zero.
I do. It depends on the week. If I have a very busy week, I'm not using it much. If I have a lot of time to kill, it's the easiest way to kill time that I have on my phone. So, at the high end, it's going to be 10, 12 hours a week. On a more busy week, it'll be 2 or 3 probably.
TikTok was banned not to limit students from scrolling, but instead to protect the school's network security. What does the community think? One word, how do you feel about the TikTok ban?
Mid.
Irritating.
Smart. Indifferent. Stupid.
What?
Upsetting.
I don't have TikTok.
Distraught.
I feel like it's an interesting step that hypothetically is useful, hypothetically is not. I don't think we really have enough information to say either way.
I don't think it's going to be really impactful because students can just get on the app using their own personal Wi-Fi service. So.
I honestly couldn't care less. Like, if you really want to watch TikTok that bad, just turn your Wi-Fi off. It's not that deep.
And this has been how the TikTok ban works at St. John's and affects the St. John's school community. This has been Anna Kate Black reporting with MavTV. Back to you in the studio.
Now Maddie and Colin are here to tell us all about our Maverick performances this year at the Winter SPC.
St. John's Mavericks once again made an impact at the Winter SPC Championships, returning from Dallas with 2 titles and a runners-up finish, plus many memories to last a lifetime.
Wrestling won their 7th SPC title in a row and completed the trifecta of Prep State duels, Prep State, and SPC titles in one season. The Mavs men scored 230 points, well ahead of second place Kincaid at 132 and third place EHS at 130. St. John's had 10 wrestlers in the finals, all wearing the traditional white singlets. Barrett Mossman, Yaya Mir, and Addison Spiegel were crowned SPC champions.
The girls swimming and diving won the SPC 4A championships with a total of 98 points, just ahead of Duchenne at 96 and Hockaday at 89. Lexi Lukens, Lillian Pogue, A.N. Du, and Katie Salusta were SPC champions in the 200 medley relay.
Girls soccer was in the title game for the 5th consecutive Winter SPC. The Mavericks won their first 2 games over St. Stephen's in EHS to advance to the championship game against Hockaday for the 3rd consecutive SPC. After being tied 1-1 at the half, Hockaday got the lone goal of the second half for the win as SJS finished runners-up.
Boys swimming and diving took 3rd place with 109 points, just behind St. Stephen's at 112 and St. Mark's at 119. The Mavericks were led by SPC champion Alex Miao, who won the 200 free and 500 free races.
Boys basketball won their first game against Green Hill but lost to Houston Christian in the semis, and eventually took 4th place with a loss to St. Mark's. Sebastian Williams scored a career-high 50 points in the opening win.
Boys soccer started off with a loss and penalty kicks to Green Hill in the first round. The Mavs won their second game over St. Andrews and lost another close one to Audi to finish in 6th overall.
Girls basketball went 1-2 on the weekend and finished with a 52-42 win over Audi for 7th place. Adley Halligan posted a career-high 32 points in their finale.
And that's a wrap on the winter SPC season. We wish everyone the best this spring season.
Go Mavericks!
Colin and Maddie, thanks for the lowdown on another successful winter SPC.
Have you ever watched the Johnnycake production and wondered what goes into making things run so smoothly? Well, here's Allie Falk with her peek behind the curtain of what goes into the making of a well-run Johnnycake show.
Hi, I'm Allie Falk, and today we're here in the VST to talk about Tech Week. Tech Week is the week before a theater production's opening night. We're here to find out why it's important and what goes on throughout the process.
Tech Week, in the simplest terms, is when we add all the technical elements, lights, sound, scenery shifts, and then eventually costumes.
Well, Tech Week is the first time that we introduce anything other than the actors, so any sound, any light cues, moving props and stuff is when it really gets amplified, and our whole tech crew arrives for the first time, so it's really integral for everyone, first of all, getting to know each other, and then also making sure the show can function smoothly.
It's important because since the actors have had all this time to rehearse their piece of the formula, we also have to rehearse the other aspects of it, because we've got light cues that are supposed to happen at certain times, sound cues that are supposed to happen, scenic changes, sometimes projections. And so the people that are implementing all those pieces of the puzzle have to have their rehearsal as well.
We want the good script, we want the wonderful performances, but there is the art of how light helps tell the story. How does sound help tell the story? And then, of course, costumes, they are characters themselves, and they help highlight certain aspects of the story and, of course, the characters.
So it's long, 7 days, and like 8 hours on the weekends. And everyone's learning what they're doing for the first time as far as tech goes. Like, everyone who's backstage is new for the first time, and the actors don't know them yet.
My favorite part is when we get sort of past all of the building and putting things together a bit, and we get to like sit and finally do a run of the show and see how it all goes.
But I mean, it always works out in the end, and it's always crazy, but still fun.
So there you have it. Now you know about Theater Tech Week, why it happens, and how it works. So next time you're watching a play, either in the Black Box or the Low Theater, you can think about the people who made it happen. This has been Allie Falk signing off. Back to you at the studio.
Now let's switch gears and go over to the Chow meeting room, where Porter and Nelson have been looking into this year's international trips.
Hi, I'm Porter Collins.
And this is Nelson Wong.
Here with MavTV. Today we'll be talking about the summer international trips.
This year is the first year St. John's has had these trips for a while, because previously COVID had restricted these trips.
Let's get into it. We spoke to Miss Barr about the community service trip in Costa Rica. First, we asked Miss Barr what kind of service they will be doing during the Costa Rica trip and what the mission for the trip is.
We'll be working in 4 different rural schools. We've been working in these schools since 2006. They are primary schools, so kindergarten through 6th grade, and we'll be teaching the kids predominantly English, and also math.
Next, we asked her about what makes the Costa Rica trip special after so many years.
We can really affect a lot of change there. We have a long history with the teachers there, and so they trust us just really, really well.
We asked her what she hopes the students will learn on this trip.
We're working with a population that does not have anything, and yet we realize how very, very happy they are. And so I think it helps our students get the idea that their happiness is not something outside of themselves, but something inside.
We spoke to Mr. Mufuka about the upcoming Peru trip this summer. We asked Mr. Mu what sites and places they will be seeing in Peru.
Well, we're going to be traveling most of the country. We'll start in the capital and we'll also hit Machu Picchu, and we'll hit a couple beach, and we'll also be going to a alpaca farm. And of course, you cannot go to Peru without visiting restaurants, so we'll definitely do some food exploration.
What do you hope the students will learn from this trip, and what do you think will be the most memorable experience of the trip?
The goal is for students to be exposed to a culture that we may not be familiar with or we've only read about in books. And for me, I've read about Peru, I've read about the culture, but to experience it firsthand is something very different. So I hope they would walk away with a different experience and understanding of the people and the culture.
Then we went to Miss Pow's room to talk about the Taiwan trip. So, why did you pick Taiwan?
Well, I picked Taiwan because that's where I come from and I know it the best. We have beautiful gorges, we have beautiful seas, we have really nice mountains, so we can see kind of everything.
So, you're the local and you'll know what to show.
I'm the local guide.
We heard very fun activities like karaoke and other very fun things will be included. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
Yes, if you're familiar with the movie Spirited Away, the inspiration behind the movie came from a town called Zhoufen, and we're going to go there. Also, we're going to set up flying lanterns, make your own lanterns, make your own salt. So this is going to be a fun trip.
This is Porter Collins.
And this is Nelson Wong. MavTV reporters, back to the studio.
Well, Mavericks, this is the end of another edition of MavTV.
Please remember to subscribe to us on YouTube so you'll get updates when our new videos are released, and smash that like button.
We're always looking for great news stories. If you have any ideas for stories you would like to see on MavTV, you can email us at news@sjs.org.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon for another edition of MavTV. Go Mavericks!